Welcome to another week of Kyle's Creative Dabbling. This week I'm just going to go over some pictures that I actually took yesterday. It's going to be 12 pictures I'm going to go over, and I'm going to be displaying them on this side of the screen here in a picture-in-picture or a PIP. And I'm going to be looking at them on my computer here as I go over them. I'm just going to go I'm going to go over each one very briefly and then move on to the next one. Some of them I put more effort into than others. All right, so here we go. So the first picture here is of the sign of the park that I went to, Middle Village Station Camp. And in this picture, it's the sign, and then that's in the kind of the mid-ground. And then in the foreground, I have some dune grass, just a kind of grass just growing rampant. And then in the background, you can see my Toyota Tacoma kind of blurred out. And then there's some trees throughout the picture as well. That's all there is to say about that one. This second one here is just of looks like a private drive that's kind of next to the park area. And in this photo, I tried to reduce the sharpness in every aspect of the picture except for the gravel drive. On the gravel drive, I brought the sharpness out as much as possible so that you could see the concrete aggregate in as much detail as possible. And if you look closely, you can see there are areas where it looks like it was kind of filled in kind of piecemeal. There's some discoloration on those ones, so it looks different. And the third picture here is, it's another picture of my that has my truck in it. And in this one, the truck is in the mid-ground. And in the foreground is a bunch of branches that have yet to grow leaves on them. And in the background is the highway and the line of rocks or boulders, whatever you want to call them, that are between the road and the large body of water that you can also see in the background of this picture. And number 4. Not much to say about this one. It's just of a wooden structure of some sorts with the bridge in the background. You can barely make it out, but it's definitely there. And you can see some trees, a bunch of grass. There's a sign that you can't make out going over the whatever aspect of the park that was. And let's see, number 5 here. This one here, I took a picture of one of my camera lenses and my nomadic backpack and my tripod bag, as well as a paper cup of coffee. And if you look closely at the cup of coffee, you can see where some of that coffee started to drip down the side and went into my hand when I initially started to drink it. It's not really important, but it did happen. You can also see my tripod standing up next to it, and you can see the shadow of my tripod in the ground, which is the main reason I wanted to take that picture, because I thought that shadow was cool. Moving on to the next picture, it's just a picture of me I took while putting my camera on the tripod and setting it on the 10-second timer and just running out in front of it real quick. It's not really a good picture, but it's there. Next one is of the McGowan Church, located in McGowan, Washington. McGowan? I think that's how you pronounce it. There's some old canoes in front of it. And I tried to get a decent shot of it using the rule of thirds. I think it looks nice from this angle. You kind of got some symmetry with a tree growing on either side of it. Then you have the three canoes kind of going towards it. So you have a good foreground, midground, and background with a very blue sky. So that helps. Not much cloud there at all. You can see a few streaks of cloud, but not much. It's mostly blue. And moving on to the next one. This one here, I don't know why I did it. I took a picture of the very top of that church from the other picture, and then when I went into Lightroom and then subsequently Photoshop, the sky was very blue. There were no clouds in it, so I was going to try and like add some clouds and whatnot just to make it look real and not like it's just the color blue in the background. But I decided to. I wanted to make the sky look blood red, and like it was raining blood over the church, but that ended up not happening. It looks more like a shade of pink, and then the clouds and the rain. It's not the best picture. I just had a little bit of fun with it, and I got the rain and the cloud PNGs from Adobe Stock, which I am subscribed to. And then in the next picture, we have the Astoria Megler Bridge. They call it the Astoria Megler Bridge because one end is in Astoria and the other end is in Megler, hence the Astoria Megler Bridge. And this one, the bridge is kind of in the mid-ground, I would say, and then in the foreground, I have the two-lane road, the highway, and then in the background, you have the sky, the clouds. And then you also have the kind of the trees and the landscape that is Astoria in the background there. I thought that was a neat picture, so I decided to add it in here. Okay, and this picture here, I had another one I had some fun with in Photoshop. Again, using Adobe Stock that I got from the Adobe Stock website, and also there's a PNG in there of myself that I created a few years ago. I decided to add in there. And what this picture is supposed to represent is my fall from grace from all those years ago when I rebelled against my father and was condemned to rule in hell for all eternity. No, I'm just kidding. That's not my story. But I thought it was like a cool image. Me falling from the top of a church right next to where the cross is located, and then flames surrounding it, and then from up out of the flames, a phoenix rising from the ashes. It just seemed like a cool visual when I created it, so I decided to add it in here. And then the next picture here is it's a red car. I think it's a Honda, maybe. It's just kind of driving towards the tunnel. Now in this one, I was trying to get a shot of the tunnel, but from the location I was at and the kind of lenses that I have, I just can't get a decent shot of the tunnel like that. But since this one had a car in it that was moving towards the tunnel, I thought it looked kind of cool, and I made sure to blur out the plates on this car, so don't have to worry about that. And then the last picture here is kind of another picture of a car. It's a white Toyota 4Runner maybe, and that one was an accident. I was taking a picture through there's these lookout things at that park, and through one end you're supposed to look at Tongue Point, and through the other you see Cape Disappointment. And I put the lens right at that, and then I just took a picture at the other side, and there just happened to be this 4Runner driving by, and it looked cool because it's in the midground of the picture. Background, you see the Astoria Bridge once again, Astoria Megler Bridge, and then in the foreground you have a tree, some grass growing, and then there's a built-in vignette created by that look-through thing that was at the park. And so that was pretty cool. And I also made sure this picture was like very grainy, just for no reason whatsoever. Again, just kind of have fun with it. And so that's those are pro pictures I took there. I did take a lot more, but I decided not to do much with them. And Let's see. I think that's about it for this video. I'm trying to make them quicker, and yeah, that's about it. All right. Again, this has been Kyle's Creative Dabbling. Now get out there and dabble, you crazy people. Get out there and dabble. Yeah.